The O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 15 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the personal story segment tonight. Good news for Hillary Clinton today. An ABC News poll among registered voters says that in a presidential race, Mrs. Clinton would beat Jeb Bush 54-41. She'd defeat Mitt Romney 55-40, Rand Paul 54-41, Chris Christie 53-40, Mike Huckabee 56-39. So there's no question Mrs. Clinton will be a formidable candidate for president in 2016. But in Canada yesterday, she didn't want to answer even an easy question about the Keystone Pipeline.
We have differences, and you won't get me to talk about Keystone because I have steadily made clear that I'm not going to express an opinion. This is in our process, and that's where it belongs.
Joining us now from Los Angeles, Jennice Fuentes, a Democrat, and here in the studio, Andrea Tantaros, a Republican and co-host of Outnumbered, Seen It Now. So first of all, those poll numbers are pretty impressive for her, right?
Yeah, she's doing really well against Republicans. But Bill, when you take a look at her potential threat from the left, Elizabeth Warren or maybe Joe Biden, she crushes them. And that's why she's not backing this Keystone Pipeline.
But let's talk about, well, I'll get to the pipeline in a minute. But if she's going to, and this is early, 2 years out, and Romney and Bush, people know them, but they're, you know, they're not fresh and exciting.
Well, she's not exactly a breath of fresh air herself.
She's stomping them. She's stomping them.
She's stomping them, which is amazing after her disastrous book tour. She is doing very well considering.
She sold 200,000, maybe 250.
Yeah, she stuck her foot in her mouth a bunch of times. But I will say this, Bill, she is formidable now until she opens her mouth again.
Maybe.
And the silence is the best thing going for her, but she can't keep the silence for too much longer.
Now, Jennice, would you say that Hillary Clinton is a leader in America? Would you say that she's a leader here?
I think she's a world leader.
Okay,
and
so
I think that
she's a world leader.
Let me just say, okay, listen. Let me just say that former First Lady, former Senator of New York, former Secretary of State, still many never thought that this could be a viable candidacy. And everyone, up to that moment that that poll came out, was thinking that she could be defeated, that there was fatigue, that she was too old, whatever you want to say her enemies will say about her. And quite frankly, this is only a snapshot, but what a snapshot. She's a
but I want to
candidate.
advance. We've seen the snapshot, and we give her the kudos for whatever that snapshot means. You just said she's a world leader.
Whatever that snapshot means is a lot.
She just said she's a world leader. She's asked a very simple question. That's a very important question to many Americans. What do you support the Keystone Pipeline? She dodges the question. I submit to you, Jennice, that's not what a leader does. Am I wrong?
A leader does not intervene in a process that it's ongoing.
Does a leader give an opinion and answer a question that she or she is asked?
Okay, you know what? This is about, if you really want to know about what she thinks, you need to see her record on the environment, which is very, very clear. What she did for the environment.
I'm a simple man. I just asked a simple question, and so did the Canadians.
She does not have
do you
to
support
give
it or
an
not?
answer
She
to
goes,
that
I'm not going to tell you. I think that hurts.
She does not have to give an answer to that
question.
She doesn't have to do anything. We all know what her record is on the environment.
It doesn't make her look like a strong leader. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm sure you agree with me.
She is a strong leader. She has a good, strong record.
Not on this one.
It doesn't make her look good.
You could not pin her down.
It doesn't make her look good, Bill. She wouldn't answer a question on how she'd work with Republicans in Congress. She wouldn't answer a question on Iran sanctions.
Well, that's theoretical, but the pipeline isn't.
Okay. Well, she wouldn't answer a question on anything. And you know what, to Janice's point?
That is not true.
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to, and it's because of the polls I brought up. Bill, the last time around in 2008, she ceded the left to Barack Obama and darted to the middle way too early. On this one, I'm sure her husband would love her to move to the middle, but she can't afford to let that base go.
Then she should have said, I'm opposing the Keystone Pipeline. That's what the far left would say.
She does not want to alienate the middle because she eventually needs that middle. So right now, she doesn't have to take a stand.
I got to school Jennice for a minute. Jennice, you know, you know we like you, okay, because you're here. A true leader.
I thought you loved me.
A leader. Well, I don't want to go that far now because I've never really met you in person, but okay.
Yes,
a true leader. A true leader. Winston Churchill, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. They don't weasel around. All right, Jennice? This was a weasel play. And that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to help your candidate. When you're asked a simple question, give your opinion. That's all. Last word, Jennice.
There is the right Yes, thank you. There is the right time for the opinion, and clearly she has decided, and we have to respect her. This is not the right time for her to submit that opinion.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
very
have to
clear me.
respect anybody.
We will,
all right?
we will
So,
hear
I mean,
her.
that's one of the good parts of
We
my
know
job.
that.
I can do whatever I want. But I tell you what, somebody asks my opinion on anything, I don't weasel around. I tell them.
You're
that's
not
what
running
leadership
for
is.
president.
Well, you know, that's true. but
O'Reilly 2016.
somebody's got to watch out for the folks, and our leaders should be doing it. Ladies, thank you. New England Patriots on deck.